Hello, I'm Dr. Tom, and I'd like to welcome you to another spectacular Friday update. And what a great week it's been inside the world of Jen. We are getting ready for a weekend holiday, if you will, here in the United States, which is Independence Day. And we'll get to that in just a moment. My ask for you this week is for you to do something different, do something new, do something exciting, do something that resonates with you. Read a book, study more in the Success Mastery course, spend some time improving yourself and exploring your independence. We'll get to that in a moment. I have a couple of announcements for you first. I would like to begin by reminding you again to save the date of August the 1st, because we will be doing a virtual training from Jen. So make sure you block off some time on that Saturday of August the 1st. It was the original date that we were going to be together in Vegas, and so we're going to be together virtually so that we can feel that energy and share that love that I spoke about last week in my weekly update. Again, a new release of the Patent Node Power Up series. The July series is out. Go to the website. You can look at it there. You can observe it there. It will be spectacular for you. And thank you again, Sifu Stefan, for sharing. I will tell you that Saturday, the Super Saturday coming up at Flamig Farm on September the 26th. Blaine will be doing a training there. Julie and Nevin have been so kind as to donate their farm to share an opportunity for us to be together as Jen brothers and sisters. So again, that is September the 26th. Once more, go to the website. You can register there so that they'll know that you're coming. We're releasing a sponsoring video. You know, we did the new join video for recognition. And my ask of you for this is that there will be a link for you to click in the email that you received. And my ask is that you watch this sponsoring video, because our very own Joel Yates will be sharing that information with you. And the desire, here's the goal, is for you to watch these names and listen to these names, observe these names, incorporate these names into your being. Because this is the lifeblood of your club, the new members. And they only come by someone sponsoring, someone thinking enough of them. So again, congratulations to the new members. Thank you and congrats again to the sponsoring people who have referred people to this club. Appreciate them. Give the feeling, the energy, if you will, while you're watching this, the energy of being thankful, being grateful, being appreciative for those people who are sharing your club with other members virtually from all over the world. And lastly, I would like to say that we are going to continue the no join fee until further notice. As you know, we have been doing that a month at a time, and simply no one knows how long this disruption is going to last. So rather than go month to month, we're going to do it until further notice. I don't know what that will mean. It just means until further notice. So again, for a reminder, for those of you who are new or may not have known this, the join fee has been waived. The regular $4.95 join fee has been waived. All that is required to become a member of this club is to begin to start paying your $150 a month in monthly dues. This messaging has resonated so well throughout the world of Jen and throughout the world, you know, literally, geographically, as we have welcomed new members. And again, we're congratulating those sponsors for bringing those people into this club and sharing the messaging of the Success Mastery course, sharing the freedom and the independence that it allows. So my message today is about Independence Day. And what does independence mean? It's actually referred to as a fact or a state of being independent. So how does that apply to us? You see, the holiday here in the United States is about the United States with the Declaration of Independence from England. And so I'm asking you to consider a holiday, consider independence, if you will, for you personally. It is so much more. It is so much more than just a country, one country on the planet. While it is an incredible national holiday here, many countries celebrate a holiday that is similar to that. And so my ask for you this weekend is, regardless of if you're in the United States or if you're a member somewhere else in the world, to celebrate your independence. What have you been doing inside the world of Gen since you joined to become more independent? And so I was looking for some examples of independence. And what does that mean? And some different words and phrases that may trigger something for you so that you can have a win as a result of participating in this Friday update. Number one, the pursuit of happiness. It's interesting to listen to how closely these things are addressed in your Gen training, throughout the Success Mastery course, throughout the different levels of training that we have. The pursuit of happiness, defining self-fulfillment and happiness for yourself. A key, cornerstone, foundational element of what happens in the world of Gen. Self-reliance, turning to yourself, using your training, using your foundation, using your discernment to rely on your decision-making, your ability to react in a situation and a circumstance, your ability to believe in yourself, the understanding that you are enough. Rely on yourself for those decisions. Self-sufficiency, responsibility. We teach this throughout the Success Mastery course. Self-sufficiency, surviving on your own, being self-sufficient. Build your foundation. I suggested earlier, read a book, go back and reread, review a book. Just because you read a book once doesn't mean that you know or comprehended or actually applied everything. You're in a new unit of time. You will be a different person reading books, and go back through those on the suggested reading list. There is amazing information there it's a phenomenon that happens whether you're watching a video, whether you're listening to a recording, whether you're reading a book, is that when you read words or hear words or see something, your brain switches and you begin to apply or relate to that or begin to integrate that information into you. And what happens is that you may read past some other key statements. You may have, the audio may have continued past and you didn't hear. While you physically heard it, you didn't hear. You weren't in the moment because you were in another moment relating it to your experiences. This is why we suggest going back and re-studying the material, because it's a new unit of time. The world is in a new place, and you are in a new place. Therefore, it makes it a new experience for you. Self-direction, making your own decisions and formulating your own strategies. I know that so many of you are small business owners, and this is a critical time for you to reevaluate. Just because you've always done something a certain way doesn't mean that's always the way you have to do it in the future. This is a time of reevaluation. This is a time of reflection, if you will. This is a time to study who you are and how you got here and how you have utilized the foundational principles to get to where you are, and better yet, how you can utilize them moving forward. Candor, saying what you think directly, openly, and honestly. Some people confuse candor with being rude, and it's not. It's just being open. It's just being truthful. It's just being honest. It's just having a forthright conversation about things. Sometimes they're hard things. Sometimes they're difficult things. As business owners or as family members, sometimes there are hard conversations that must take place, because if you don't have it, when it's a hard situation, it can become harder. It can become more difficult. It can become more challenging when, if you would have just communicated it, utilize your communication skills to address things in the moment, address things as they're happening, so that you don't let them build up, so that you don't let them fester, so that they don't become something that, like I talked about on last Wednesday's wellness program, that they don't build up and fester and become physical symptoms for you. They don't begin to tear away at your immune system. They don't begin to lead to a chronic degenerative disease. They don't begin to lead to headaches and joint pain and neck pain and diabetes and cancer and those chronic things. So deal with them in the moment. Make a decision. You can always make another decision. Not every single decision you make will be 100% right. It may be 100% right for the circumstance, and a year later you may need to make a different decision. Or a month later, or a moment later, or years later. Always be able to reevaluate and reassess where you are in the moment, in this time. Creativity, Independence creating creativity. You see, there are things that happen off the radar that you're unaware of. This creativeness, the ability to dream. What a great gift. What a great gift that humanity has. The ability to dream. And you can dream your dreams. You don't have to apply someone else's dream, and don't judge their dreams. Their dreams may be huge. Their dreams may be small. Some people get caught up in well, you need to dream bigger. Just dream. The fact that you begin to dream will create the ability to dream more and to dream more often. And once you accomplish some of those dreams, you will really get excited about dreaming more frequently. Creativity, an important part. Contrarian thinking. Just because someone has a popular accepted opinion doesn't mean that it is any more than just an opinion. It doesn't make it factual. It just makes it an opinion. Think for yourself. Become independent. Grit, the ability to handle the unpleasant side of things, situations, and circumstances. Are you developing grit? Are you developing that intestinal fortitude, that mental toughness, if you will, to be able to confront things that need to be confronted, to address things that need to be addressed? And this can apply to your business, it can apply to your relationship, it can apply to your personal activities, it can apply to procrastination, it can apply to so many things. Grit, sovereignty, the right to govern a nation. You see, here's something that's really important, because being sovereign can apply to people as well as countries. Most of the time when people mention this word, they think about nations, when in reality it can be about governing yourself, taking responsibility for your actions, having a plan, having a purpose. Enemy, here's a new word. Here was a new word for me. I was unfamiliar with this word. And it is defined, A-N-O-M-I-E, for those of you that may want to look it up and study. It's part of our training. A sense of detachment from society, community, and culture such that an individual is completely adrift in themselves. This is always portrayed as in a negative light, as it is considered human nature. It is considered human nature to need connection and inclusion. Likewise, a fully isolated nation with zero engagement and cooperation with the world is likely to fall apart. Now, the key things that I got out of this were the need for connection and inclusion. This is where Jen comes in. What a beautiful connection and inclusion. What a connected and inclusive society and environment and group and club that we have, that we share. Inclusion being the key, personal inclusion. You know, this weekend, as I said, I will be spending the weekend with my family. And we'll be out at the lake, and we'll be out in a boat, and Sarah and Josh have a beautiful boat, and the whole family, all the grandkids, and everyone will be there, and we'll be witnessing fireworks and barbecues and the traditional things that we do. And we really enjoy doing this at the lake because you get more sensory input. You see, you not only see the fireworks in the sky, but you see a reflection of the fireworks in the water. So it's like doubling up on the adrenaline and the input that happens sensorially. And it's amazing to watch because it reminds me so much of the magnificence and the beauty of your body and this creation called humanity. Because you see the explosion in the air, and knowing scientifically that the speed of light is faster than the speed of sound, you will see the flash. And then depending upon how far away you are on the lake, and there will literally be hundreds of boats watching this. And you see the flash, and then there's a delay, and then boom. And there may be a flash, and then in a moment you hear the boom, 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 because your eyes can deceive you and your ears can deceive you in this part because it's incongruent. You see the flash and you expect to hear it at the same time, and it gives you this appreciation for the body and the way that it integrates things. And you actually, these are large enough fireworks that you actually feel the boom. I mean, your body compresses and you feel that vibration, and parts of your ear, your eyes see the light, and parts of your ear begin to vibrate and you hear the sound. And that's what's so important about this, is to integrate it. It's just like when we do the exercise in class where we talk about I am, or the that happens in meditation, that vibration and frequency that you have. And to have that and to share that when you're with your family and your loved ones and people that are like-minded, or people that are in your club, or people that are in your group, or people that are in your close-knit circle of friends and influence. This is where it's at. This is where the magic is created. This is where relationships are built. And this is how you build that relationship with you. This is how you begin to integrate the independence that you're witnessing in Jen. The ability for you to move at your own pace as you move up through these levels and get to be qualified to get level 8 free with KT. As you begin to integrate and build that foundation so that you can use your discernment and make better decisions, and as you begin to appreciate your independence. I want to congratulate you on your journey for your independence. And I'm so honored to be able to share with you each Friday on these Friday updates. And I've received a lot of feedback from my messaging last week about love. And if you haven't seen that, please go back. They're archived on the website. Go back and listen to that and see if it resonates with you about the feeling and the concept of love. And I had someone send me a quote this week as a result of that. It's a quote from John Lennon. And it starts, "It matters not who you love, or where you love, or why you love, or when you love, or even how you love. It matters only that you love. It matters only that you love." You see, love is a very special frequency and vibration, and it's a universal frequency and vibration, and it penetrates all. And you can share it anywhere in the world. My father had a great quote that talks about love people more and expect less. What a great concept. Love them more and expect less. I'm Dr. Tom. I hope you have a spectacularly independent week this week. Until next week, have a great one.